Hello students, once again today I will teach you English course. This is for all the sections of class 12. Here today in your third part of this video I would like to teach you the chapter The Homecoming by R.N. Tagore. Students, as I taught you earlier in my past two videos, how Phatik Chakravarti was carried to his maternal uncle's home in Calcutta. Bishambar, who was his maternal uncle, now took him to his own home. But it is little tragic condition for the lad, for the boy who was at the age of 14. I think this is very crucial age for any student, any boy, any lad in his life. There are so many changes just appears in the boy who is at the age of 14. Certainly he does not look beautiful, or there is no attraction at the same age boy. When Phatik reached at his Calcutta, at his maternal uncle's home in Calcutta, his aunt did not welcome him heartily because she did not like anybody else at her own home. She had already 3 children, and therefore she was quite unable to see another unexpected guest in her home. Overall, nobody can do anything here because Bishambar took him in his home. Now let us see what happens thereafter. For a boy of 14, I would like to teach you from here. For a boy of 14 up to he means he lost his book. See, for a boy of 14, his own home is the only paradise. It's quite clear, and anybody can understand well that the boy who is at the age of 14 certainly only welcomed at his own home, not any other maternal uncle's home. To live in a such strange house with strange people is a little sort of torture. That is just for each and everybody. If anybody reach just at the same place where all the members of family are strange for the person, certainly quite difficult to survive in the same family for long duration. I'm not talking about for a short time term, for the long duration, for many days. Here, while the height of bliss is to receive the kind of looks of women and never to be slighted by them. It means to say that nobody, no such a woman welcome the boy at her own home. There is no attraction just in the same boy. It was always so pathetic to be the unwelcomed guest in his aunt's house. It was quite obvious some difficult circumstances that creates a lot of problems for the lad of 14. Despised by elderly women and slighted on every occasion, if she ever asked him to do anything for her, he would be so overjoyed that he would overdo. Now, this is something just created by anybody at the same home. If his aunt asked him to do anything, certainly Fatih welcomed the each and every order given by his aunt heartily. And then she would tell him not to be so stupid, but to get on with his own business. If he sometimes made any mistakes, certainly she warned again and again, and she warned to teach, to learn the lesson from the same fault. The cramped atmosphere of neglect in his aunt's house oppressed Fatih so much that he felt that he could hardly breathe. He wanted to go out into the open country and fill his lungs and breathe freely, but there was no open country to go. Surrounded on all sides by Calcutta houses and walls, he would dream night after night of his village, home, and long to be back here. Now, this is the same situation for the boy. He doesn't want to stay there for long time because there is no open atmosphere to play for the lad. He wanted to go some countryside, some such as a place where a lot of open space and he could play there. But in Kolkata, there are so many long houses, walls all around his house. He would dream night after night of his village home. So certainly he thought about his village home. The broad river banks where he would wander about the livelong day singing and shouting for joy. So in his village home he could play openly by the riverside, and he played much. He took much enjoy in his village home. The narrow brook where he could go and dive and swim at any time he liked. So he remembered his past days, how he passed his days in his village by the side of river, by the riverside, singing, dancing, shouting. It means to say that he could enjoy very much in his home. He thought of his band of boy companions over whom he was despoiled, and above all the memory of that tyrant mother of his who had such a prejudice against him occupied him day and night. So all these type of things are important, and now he wanted to do such a type of things with his friends at his village home. A kind of physical love like that of animals, a longing to be in the presence of the one who is loved. An inexpressible wistful during absence, a silent cry of the inmost heart for the mother, like the lowing of a calf in the twilight. Now he also memorized his mother, how he wanted to meet her, he wanted to take the love from her mother at her home. This love, which was almost an animal instinct, agitated, but now a servant came down from the house and told Fatik his mother wanted him. Fatik refused to move, but the servant was the master on this occasion. An inexpressible wistful during absence, a silent cry of inmost hurt for the mother, like the blowing of a cough in a twilight of his love, which was almost an animal instinct agitated from this place. The side nervous, lean, uncouth and ugly boy. So all these things are just for his earlier days. No one could understand it, but it played upon his mind continuously. So it was running in his mind continuously. How he could enjoy in his home village. There was no more backward boy in the whole school than Fatik. He cared and remained silent when the teacher asked him a question, and like an overladen ass, patiently suffered all the blows that came down on his back. Now here Fatik is in the school. How he suffered in the same school where all the other students are just a very strain for him. He sat in the corner of the class in his school and nobody would like to talk him. Teacher asked him questions, but he was completely unable to answer the questions of his teacher. When other boys were out at play, he stood wistfully by the window and gazed at the roof of the distant house. So he went into the windows of his school and just he see outside of the window. He stood wistfully by the window and gazed at the roof of the distant house. And by chance, he espied children playing in the open terrace on any roof. His heart would each with longing. So sometimes he saw the other children who were playing on the roof of the houses. Certainly he also wanted to go there to play there, but it was quite difficult for him. One day he summoned up all his courage and asked his uncle, when can I go home? So now it is just inner feelings of the boy Fatik. One day he asked his uncle, when can he go home? His uncle answered, wait till the holidays come. But the holidays would not come till November and there was a long time still to wait. So his uncle replied in the same tone that if there will be any holiday in your school, then I will allow you to go your village home. But it was quite distant because just there was no holidays before the month of November. One day Fatik lost his lesson book. Even with the help of books, he had found it very difficult indeed to prepare his lesson. Now it was impossible. Day and night the teacher who came him unmercifully. His condition became so abjectly miserable that even his cousins were ashamed to go him. They began to seize and insult him more than the other boys. He went to his aunt's at last and told her that he had lost his books. This is the incident of his class. One day, when Fatik lost his book, he had lost his book in the class. So the teacher asked him a question, but he was quite unable to answer the question because he had no book. So how can he prepare? How can he prepare the answers of those questions if he had no book? So now it was difficult for him. So day by day he would be punished by his teacher, and just the other boys laughed at him. So his cousins also humiliated to see the same condition of his maternal uncles, his cousins, Fatih. His aunt perceived her lips in contempt and said, "You great clumsy control loud, how can I afford with all my family to buy you new books 5 times in a month?" So his aunt also, Fatih's aunt also scolded him and asked him, "How I can buy a book, purchase a book for you 5 times in a month? It means single book. How can I purchase single book 5 times in a month? It is difficult." That night, on his way back from school, Fatih had a bad headache with a fit shivering. He felt he was going to have an attack of malarial fever. His own great fear was that he would be a nuisance to his aunt. So when his aunt scolded him, that night he suffered a lot of fever. He had fever that night, and he had a headache in his head. He was feeling a very poor malarial fever. So see what happened thereafter. The next morning, Fatih was nowhere to be seen. All searches in the neighborhood proved futile. The rain had been pouring in torrent all night, and those who went out in search of the boy got drenched through to his skin. At last, December asked help from the police. Now, in the next morning, the boy Fatih had gone somewhere and nobody could find him. All the people of his neighbor tried to search him everywhere, but they were failed to find him. Ultimately, in the end, his maternal uncle December asked the police for help. Yes, dear, I would like to give you some brief summary in Hindi also. देखिए, हमने पिछले अपने 2 वीडियो में 2 पार्ट में हमने आपको बताया कि किस तरह से फटिक चक्रवर्ती और उसके भाई में लड़ाई होता था, और इस तरह से एक दिन जब अचानक उसके मामा वहाँ घर पहुँचे तो उन्होंने अपनी बहन से कहा कि फटिक चक्रवर्ती, फटिक को मुझे मेरे साथ जाने दीजिए, मैं उसे कलकत्ता लेकर जाऊँगा और वहाँ पर उसको पढ़ाऊँगा लिखाऊँगा। इन हालात में उसकी माँ तैयार हो गई और उन्होंने कहा ठीक है, ले जाइए, यह अच्छा ही होगा। जब वह लेकर के, जब उसके मामा उसे लेकर के, दिसंबर उसे लेकर के वहाँ अपने घर कोलकाता गए, तो वहाँ पर उसने यह महसूस किया कि उसकी मामी उसे बिल्कुल ही पसंद नहीं करती थी। उसकी मामी के दिमाग में यह बात था कि मेरे पास अपने ही 3 बच्चे थे जो जिनसे मैं परेशान रहती थी, ये अतिरिक्त एक और बोझ मेरे सिर पर आ पड़ा है। तो वह एक तरह से उस बच्चे को अनवेलकम उन्होंने किया, उस बच्चे का स्वागत नहीं किया। वह बच्चा जो 14 साल की उम्र का बच्चा था, अगर ऐसी परिस्थितियों में देखा जाए तो वह बहुत ही आकर्षक भी नहीं लगता, उसके आवाज़ में भी परिवर्तन होता है और अन्य तरह की असुविधाओं को वह उसे झेलना पड़ता है। तो कुल मिलाकर के ऐसी स्थितियों में वह वहाँ पर उसको सरवाइव करना भारी था। अब धीरे धीरे वह बेचैनी सा महसूस करने लगा, उसे अपने गांव के घर याद आने लगे और वह सोचने लगा कि किस तरह से मैं अपने घर पर स्वतंत्र था और वहाँ पर नदी के किनारे जा कर के अन्य बच्चों के साथ खेलता कूदता था और कितनी मस्ती, कितनी आनंद किया करता था। लेकिन यहाँ पर उसे एक घर में ही मात्र बंद होकर के रहना पड़ा। फिर अंत में वह दिन भी आ गया जब उसे विद्यालय जाने के लिए उसे तैयार किया गया। वह विद्यालय गया, विद्यालय में भी लोगों के बीच में वह खुद को, अपने आप को अपरिचित सा महसूस कर रहा था। कमरे में कक्षा के किसी कोने में वह बैठा हुआ और कुछ अपने ही आप में बिल्कुल सोच विचार बंद रहा करता था। धीरे धीरे बच्चे, जब टीचर अध्यापक उसे कुछ क्वेश्चन करते थे तो उन क्वेश्चंस का वह उत्तर नहीं दे पाता था। एक दिन ऐसे ही एक घटना के अंतर्गत एक दिन वह उसकी किताब खो गई और उसके बाद जब उसे अध्यापक ने उससे किसी बारे में प्रश्न किया तो वह प्रश्न का उत्तर नहीं दे सका क्योंकि उसके पास उस संबंधित किताब ही नहीं थी। और जब वह घर लौटा उसे सज़ा मिली थी, वहाँ पर अध्यापक के द्वारा सज़ा दी गई। घर लौटने पर उसकी मामी ने भी कहा कि क्या महीने में 4 बार मैं आपको किताबें नहीं खरीद करके दे सकती, यह मेरे लिए असंभव है। तो इन सारी परिस्थितियों में वह और भी ज़्यादा परेशान हो गया। जिस दिन उसकी मामी ने उसे बहुत ही डांटा फटकारा, उसी दिन शाम को उसे बेहद ज़बरदस्त बुखार हुआ और उसे सिर में दर्द होने लगा। सुबह होकर सोकर उठने के पश्चात वह कहीं गायब हो गया, कहीं चला गया और दिसंबर उसके मामा उसे तमाम हर तरफ उसे ढूंढने का प्रयत्न किए और अंततः उसको ढूंढने में असफल रहे, असफल हो गए। तो बच्चों, इस चैप्टर का अभी नेक्स्ट पार्ट 4 हम आपको नेक्स्ट डे कल पढ़ाएंगे और इससे आधारित जो इसका वो एक्सप्लेनेशन है, हम ऐसा उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप लोग इस पर आधारित एक्सप्लेनेशन स्वयं कर डालेंगे। थैंक यू।